Oh, I skipped create bar graphs. So now we're going to create bar graphs. So literally, okay, we're going to take one quick look at this. So 12 red cars, 20 blue, 12 silver, 16 black, 4 green. So to make this, I want 12 red cars. I grab this, I pick it up, and I pick it up and I move it up to 12. Blue goes up to 20, then 12, then 16, then 4. Boom. Making bar graphs, nice and easy, especially on the computer. It's a little bit, more time consuming when you have to do it on paper. So which of these is which? 24 is almonds. 15 is walnuts. 21 tons. Cans. I did. And then process of elimination. 18 is cashew. No problem. Not a big fan of that particular style of problem. I don't like that it doesn't show you the answer that you put. It should say the one that you chose instead of just changing the button to a different button. It should say almonds next to the one that you chose for almonds. Anyway, we have, let's see. Oh, we want to know scale. Interesting. Okay. So when we're talking about scale, okay, this is one of the places where math is not just practical. It is also, you have to know how to present it in a way that is aesthetically pleasing and also informational. Very important. So when you are looking at a scale, you want a scale that will show the differences in your data. So like you're going to want to max out at about probably 25 or 30 here. I would scale this from 0 to probably about 30. Okay, so that it doesn't get off get off the edge of the graph, but it also, you can see all the variance in the data. If I went from 0 to 500, then all of these numbers would look teeny tiny itsy bitsy on the bar graph. You don't want that. You want to be able to see the difference between your data. So going up to 10 would not work. You wouldn't be able to see it, right? 24 people have a dog, or yeah, 24 people have a dog. You can't just scale it up to 10. Everything will be off the chart. 80 is probably too many. I think I like this one here that goes up to 28. I said going up to 25 or 30 is probably the way to go. Looks like this agrees with me. It's not even asking us to make the graph. It's just saying that this is probably the best way to present it if we were going to make one. We are clearly able to see both the lowest and the highest value, 24 and 8, and we'll be able to easily distinguish between the different pillars. The public library gives a bookstore gift certificate as a prize to a student who reads the most books over summer vacation. Man, those were the days. I had something like that in elementary school. It was amazing. Let's make a graph. So Beatrice had 6. Mateus had 14. Lucia. Silver Key says, I won things like that. Yes, I also did very well in those kinds of competitions. Lucia has 18. That's probably why I am insufferable now. Gabriel, 10. Elena created a chart and a bar graph to show what types of shoes the students in her school wore yesterday. Oh, this is another one where we have to match them up instead of making it ourselves. Okay, so 12 is flip-flops. And again, not a big fan of this. It should show that you put flip-flops here instead of just changing the button. A little bit of a bad UI call there, Khan Academy. A little bit of a bad call. Clogs is the green one here. Because then I have to go over here and make sure, okay, good, I did check the right one instead of just being able to see it. 18 is boots. And 26, it looks like, is sneakers. The table below shows the favorite color of all the students. in Wolf Elementary School. So again, it's just asking for the most reasonable scale. So when I see the highest is 105, then I'm going to scale it such that my highest amount is somewhere in that vicinity, maybe 120. Hey, look, 120. This one is fine, I guess, but all of the data would be down here in the bottom half of this graph, right? The highest one is 120 or is 105. So the whole graph would be in this bottom third of the axes, and it wastes all this space. It creates all this empty space that you could instead use to scale it up and make it more easily visible on your graphic. This one looks pretty good, except you don't want to just go to 100 when your highest is 105. If green wasn't here, then I would say that C was probably the best way to go. But unfortunately, C is here, or green is here, so we're going to go with A. Louisa planted 100 seeds for each kind of crop. Only some grew into seedlings. Make a bar graph. Okay, so pumpkin is 60. Boom. Squash is 90. Lettuce is 50. And then 60-30. 60-30. Boom. Bar graphs completed.